What up, YTPC? Catholic Pipe Starter here, coming at you. Let me see if I can fix that there. There you go. Today, I am smoking some 7 Seas Cherry. Some really good stuff here. With Little Red is what I've dubbed my Big Ben pipe. And, of course, as always, coffee. Well, just using this little car talk here to give y'all some updates, some thoughts on things and whatnot. Hold on, let me relight here. Oh, this is just such an amazing smoke. But first, I want to talk about a topic I normally don't talk about, and that is sports, specifically football, specifically the Rams and the Saints. But again, I'm not that big of a sports guy, and normally when I root for a team, it's the local team, just because technically it's my team because I'm local. But we have family members that like the Saints, so they root for them. So we were sitting there watching the game, and it's not like there was a bad call. It was no call on a quite blatantly obvious interception interference. The official term forgets me, but it was blatant interference, which called for a flag, a penalty, and that didn't happen. Now there's theories going around on this. The NFL as a... I'm trying to get my pipe lit. The NFL as an organization wanted to see the coasts go at it, which is the East Coast and the West Coast. So now in the Super Bowl, you have the Patriots on the East Coast and the Rams on the West Coast. You see both ends of the U.S. battling it head to head. Quite honestly, that'll probably give it some ratings, be a great game, But the fact that it seems to have been done intentionally, as in it was rigged to make it happen, was crazy. If the refs were indeed instructed to let the Rams win, then they could have done it, playing favorites in more toss-up decisions. Like, it could be this, could be that, just make a decision. But I'm like, y'all picked the most glaringest thing y'all could imagine. And for one, it's not just the fact that this was glaringly obvious that was the issue. This pass, where you got the pass interference, was win or lose. If it worked, the Saints won. They could just run out the clock. If they lost it, which they did through pass interference by the Rams, they lose because they got an extra 2 minutes on the clock, the Rams, and they were able to push through and score with the kick. So I'm like, my goodness. So as much as the NFL wanted the two coasts to go head to head, they have ruined the Super Bowl because the Rams are, in fact, illegitimate players in this Super Bowl. And it is within the NFL's ability to have the Rams and the Saints replay the last inning. They can do that. And they need to do that, and whoever wins the rematch goes to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's fair. Even if the Rams win again, if they win by playing the rules, within the rules of the game, that's fine. But in my mind, the Rams, when the Super Bowl is on, which I will not be watching, the Rams to me, are an illegitimate team. And if there is no rematch, Patriots win by default because the Rams are there illegitimately. That's just my call. I am not at all a Patriots fan either. I am, Cowboys fan. I'm live in the Dallas area, North Texas. So, again, default team. So, this is one of the rare times I kind of get up in arms about sports. And this was just like, oh my goodness. And the NFL doesn't even seem to care. Well, enough about that now. So some more updates. If y'all saw, my Sunday show is up. It's just pretty much right there at 30 minutes. Let me know if you like the format. I've got these car talks during the week, which are short. I try to keep around 10 minutes. And then now I have my Sunday show, which is much longer, so I can give as much information to you as I can on a weekly basis. I figure, again, like I repeat this so much, I follow multiple podcasts, the Pipes Magazine, Country Squire Radio, Pipe and Tamper, and now Maple City podcast. It's out of Canada. It's a pretty good pipe podcast. But all of those are weekly shows. And most of them are between 45 minutes to an hour and a half. So I'm like, the YouTube has Country Squire. They do their live shows and then put it on podcast. But, so I thought that would work too. So just go check out, it's called The Sunday Show, episode 1. Just let me know. I rewatched it, and I will work on the babbling. And I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be once I shot it. Again, like I said, the pages were sticking together. I was unorganized. So I'm going to try to be more to the point and more boom, 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 instead of just kind of fiddling around with things. Again, that was episode 1. You can consider that the pilot episode, and then I'll tweak things going forward. So, but I do need your feedback, though. So, again, if you have any critiques, please share them. If there was things you liked, you didn't like, share them. And then if you made it to the end of the show, because the YouTube stats show most people didn't finish the video, I want to introduce a Q&A at the end of the show. So if y'all have any questions for me about pipes, tobacco, anything at all, the show, how I got started, I don't know, just whatever, send the question on to me, and it will be added to the show so I can get that Q&A going. So, that's it there. Oh, and some YTPC updates. Just some quick shout outs or whatever. Tallest Piper down in Amarillo, or up in Amarillo from where I'm at. He put out a video not too long ago, had a yabo from my brother OTC Piper and all. But it's an interesting video. Just because he's like, yeah, I work for tobacco, and then because I've done a trade with him before, I sent him some tobacco. He sent me some tampers. I actually have one right here. Let me pull it up. Where is it? See if I can pull it out here. Yeah, this Tallest Piper actually made this for me. I freaking love it. So he made me 2 of them. I have one at home I use when I'm smoking at home, and this one right here that travels with me wherever I go. So, yeah, I just want to give him a shout out. Maybe if you're wanting some, he's working on a custom cob, just custom random things like leather pouches and stuff. If you're wanting something made and you want to support the YTCP community, hit up Tallest Piper. He seems to be doing pretty awesome, with that stuff. I'm very impressed with my tamper. I'm pretty sure my brother Matt is pretty impressed with his leather pouch. So, just another shout out to another awesome YTPCer out there. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, getting about 10 minutes here. I'm hoping to get another video or two out this week. Now that I'm back to work, everything is fine and dandy. Oh, my father-in-law is fine. He walked out of the hospital with no residual effects from his stroke. So count our blessings there. And all is well there. So anyways, this is Catholic Pipesteader saying God bless and pleasant smokes.